Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about ecological pyramids. So ecological pyramids are graphical representation of various ecological parameters. These parameters can be number of individual, biomass or your energy. So it's a graphical representation of an ecological parameter like number of individuals, biomass or energy present in various trophic levels of a food chain with producer forming the base and top carnivore the tip or apex. Now biomass is basically the amount of living matter present in an organism, and trophic levels are basically the different levels of position an organism occupies in a food chain or food web. Now, if you see the picture towards your right, where we talked about the producer forming the base, and then giraffe the next forming or occupying the next trophic level, and at the top or apex of the pyramid is occupied by the top carnivore, that is lion in this case. Now, this ecological pyramids are basically developed by Charles Elton in 1927. Hence, they are also known as Eltonian pyramids. Now, different types of ecological pyramids are pyramids of numbers, pyramids of biomass, and pyramid of energy. Now, when we talk about pyramids of numbers, basically we are focusing on the number of individuals present at a various trophic level. So it's basically the graphical or graphic representation of the number of individuals per unit area of various trophic levels. Now, if you see towards the picture towards your left, where you see the producers are forming the base and their numbers are quite high compared to grasshopper, which is occupying the next trophic level. Then you have another trophic level, and at the top you see that is the owl is there, which is occupying the top portion of the ecological pyramid. So in this case, the ecological pyramid is upright in nature. Let us move to the third one, where you see the third picture where producers only one tree is there. So the number, since we are talking about the number of individuals, so here in this particular example only one tree is there. So in that one tree you can find a lot of herbivores. So many birds will come and sit on it and eat fruits and all. So the number of herbivores is more. Then in those birds there might be a lot of parasites are there, so their number is still higher than herbivore, and hyperparasites still are much larger in number. So what you can see in this case, the pyramid in this particular case, the pyramid of number is inverted, whereas in an aquatic system you can work out, and I'll leave it to you to work out how we reach to this particular pyramid. So what you can understand from here, the pyramid of number can be inverted or upright in nature. Let us see the pyramid of biomass. So biomass is basically the amount of living matter present in an organism. So it's a graphic representation of the biomass present sequence wise per unit area of various trophic levels. Now if you see the example, the figure, what you see in this towards the left, the producers are obviously larger in number as we have discussed in the previous slide. Now their biomass is also high. So here, just for reference, I have given you 1000 kg. Now when you see herbivores numbers are still less in number as compared to your producer, so their biomass will be still less. So I've given 100 kilogram. Then we have primary carnivore, where their biomass is still less, and top carnivore, they are still less. So here what you see is that in this particular case of pyramid of biomass, the pyramid is upright in nature. Let's shift our focus to the next one, where you see the producers. The producers are basically, if you we are talking about an aquatic ecosystem in this pyramid, where you see that producers are basically phytoplanktons, and phytoplanktons are microscopic organisms. Their biomass is very less. Then these phytoplanktons are eaten by small fishes, where these are basically herbivores. Their biomass is larger than the producer, and so on. When you see large fishes feed upon your small fishes or herbivores, their biomass is still larger. So in this case, what you see, the pyramid of biomass is inverted in shape. Now let us see the last one, that is your pyramid of energy. Now here the graphical representation of amount of energy trapped per unit time and area in different trophic levels of a food chain. Now what you see in the figure towards your right, the primary producers are forming the base, or producers are forming the base. What they do is that they fix the energy of sunlight and convert it into food material or other substances. Now what you see in this case, suppose a plant is trapping 100% of the energy. So from that 100%, only 10% will be transferred to the next trophic level, which is the grasshopper in this case. So from grasshopper to frog, again 10% will be transferred, so which is equivalent to 1%. And then from the frog is eaten by a snake, so there also the energy, again 10% of 1 is basically 0.1%. So what you see in this, there is only 10% of energy is transferred from one trophic level to a subsequent trophic level. And what is interesting in this case, in case of pyramid of energy, it is always upright in nature. Please keep that in mind. It is always upright in nature as compared to your pyramid of biomass and pyramid of numbers, which can be upright or inverted, but pyramid of energy is always upright. So maximum energy content is present in producers, so they obtain the energy from solar radiation, which is converted into chemical form and stored inside organic matter manufactured by plants. So from there the 10% of energy will be transferred. So this was all about your ecological pyramids. Thank you and have a nice time.